Well, good afternoon, everybody. I ripped the whole back end out of the RV here. There was an old nasty couch slash bed thing there that was obviously original equipment. This thing is a 1975. Who knows what's been all over that couch. So, and it was ripping apart, and I just kind of didn't like it. And so I took it out. And actually, the real reason that I took it out was, let me get down here. Yeah, you see these 3 2x6s on the floor here? They're there for a reason. I put them there. That whole back wall was loose. You can see some daylight down under here where that receptacle was. At some point, somebody run into something with the back of it and like hit a pole or something, and that whole receptacle was screwed up. And where the sheet is stuffed in, there's a big gaping hole behind it. But yeah, the wall was out like 4 or 6 inches, and I shoved back in on it and put screws in it to hold everything in. There's still some daylight down under there, and you can see where people spray foam the crap out of everything. So all that crap's got to come out. Hope you can hear me over the air conditioner, by the way. So yeah, I kind of want to just rebuild everything back here, and I just put this table in here just to kind of get an idea of, like, maybe I want a desk back here or something. Well, I've got a couple things to consider. I've got this hatch that I was kind of thinking to do away with, but I don't know, it's kind of like a good size, and it's not really beat up or anything on the outside. And I thought, you know, that might be a cool place to have my propane, like rebuild the cabinet. There was a cabinet here, by the way. Rebuild it, and maybe I'll be able to bring my propane bottles in from out there. It looks like I'd be able to, well, maybe straight up and down slide a 20-pounder in. I could probably get maybe 3 of them in here, right in this area. I kind of thought about a good place to keep my solar batteries, but there's 2 filler necks here for the gas, and I kind of think it'd be better just to have all electrical stuff away from where the gas is, the gasoline. So I don't know, I'll find another place for the solar batteries, but I kind of think that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, this whole countertop's going away. It's crap and ugly. I'll probably keep the sink and just trash all the plumbing and replumb it myself. The oven, I don't use it. It works, but I don't use it. And I don't use the stovetop. So, yeah, I got my work cut out for me with all that. Still trying to figure it out in my head how to design this. The windows are single pane and they don't open, so I really hate them, but buying windows for that would be pretty expensive, so I don't really know for sure what I want to do. I like all the light that comes in, but it gets crazy hot in here. I mean, it gets hot in here anyway, but this window acts like a giant greenhouse. So yeah, I also had to put a board up here, and then I screwed it from the outside coming back this way, and that sucked the wall in. Anyway, the wall's where it's supposed to be now, so I can shore everything up and figure out how I want to build everything. Yeah, a lot of the framing in there is rotted away. Now I gotta deal with all that crap. Strangely, there's no rot in the floor. You can see where it's been wet before. Well, I guess back there a little bit, that little tiny bit. But this, I kind of figured everything here would be rotten. It's not. Then finally, the hatch right here from the back. I need to figure out what to do with it. I kind of thought, you know, I'd still want a place to keep my sewer hose and everything, but I really don't want it back in this area. I kind of don't even want it in the vehicle at all. But, you know, it kind of has to be. So, yeah, anyway, about doing the propane over here. This thing has a onboard, I think it's a 40-pound cylinder that hangs underneath. And, you know, as old as it is, I can tell the plumbing's been redone on it. And I don't know what condition the tank is. I know with 20-pound cylinders, you got like, what, 5 years or 10 years on them? And then you have to have them inspected or just replace them or whatever. They won't fill them after a certain date that's stamped on the bottle. I'm pretty sure that tank has probably not been serviced. It did have propane in it, and I did use it this winter, and it did work. But where it sits, like right behind one of the front wheels, it looks like if I run over a curb, I mean, I could really doing a lot of damage, and I just don't like it being there. So I really think I'm going to do the, like, 3 20-pound bottles here, or maybe 2 40-pound bottles, or whatever. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But I really like that idea. It's back here. If the gas off, it's back in this area, and then, you know, I can have vents and crap and everything else back here. So yeah, but yeah, this hatch here, I got to do something with. I was kind of thinking of like a desk or a cabinet or something here. Yeah, do I even want to keep it or, you know, get rid of it? I guess I'll figure it out when the time comes. Would be nice to have extra storage, like I said, but I don't know yet. Well, folks, it is, figures. As soon as I start talking, radio goes on. Anyway, big storm coming in. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon right now, and all kind of crazy alerts. You can see the daylight way back there. Big storm blew in. It's gonna get frisky here in a little bit, I think. Well, the big ass storm that come through knocked out the power for like 2, maybe 3 hours, 2.5, 2 3/4 hours, 3 hours, something like that. Beautiful sunset tonight. And I'm sure the camera does not do it justice because that sky is incredibly red. Like all the way up here, where in the lens it looks blue. It's not blue, that's red here. Yeah, looks really cool. It's still raining. The rain did stop and then start again, and, you know, magic stuff. But, yeah, weird day. Just weird, you know, like, well, anyway, that thing's kind of cool to look at. Not the screen, but yeah, that looks stupid. That weird little tree in the yard, it's a ginkgo. Yeah, nice evening. Well, folks, the storms kind of passed, and they were pretty bad for a while, but we kind of got lucky, and they weren't that bad for us. We did end up losing power for about 2 hours last night, but a lot of people lost it for like 6 to 8 hours, something like that, according to the AEP website. And over there, if I can find him in my viewfinder here, and doesn't look like I can. Oh, well, there's a deer I'm trying to show you, but I can't find him in the viewfinder. Ah, there he is. All right, looks delicious. Hope the bastard stays over here and eats a soybean instead of going and eating my stuff. There is another deer over here, kind of sneaking in. Really pretty this time of year. They look really red. Can't really hold the camera still. Anyway, the fireworks tonight, and it's not the 4th of July, it's the 10th, I think, or the 9th, or whatever the hell it is. They're going to come up over the ridge that away, and it's kind of a cool place to see them because you don't have to deal with people. And, well, that's right up my alley. So, if they're worth a crap looking at, maybe I'll show you. Well, I don't know how well the fireworks are going to show up tonight, but this moon looks frickin' awesome right now. Check that thing out. Let's see if I can get all the way in there for you. Sometimes it'll focus up pretty cool. There we go. Check that thing out, man. That looks pretty awesome. Really stands out with the clouds. And of course, on a back out, you can't really see the detail, but I don't know. That's pretty freaking cool. Well, I guess this is kind of what the fireworks look like from about 2.5, 3 miles away as the crow flies. And I'm sure the camera's not focusing. But it's kind of cool because there's like a, I don't know, like a 20 or 30 second delay from the sound. And yeah, it looks like some weird conspiracy theory UFO on the thing. So anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna not do this. The moon still looks cool. The moon looks like a conspiracy. Yeah, there we go. All right. Well, anyway.